and it's on the air now.
Okay.
Okay. So, what are you looking to learn? Do you know specifics, or shall we just go do a broad overview right now?
I know nothing. Yeah, really broad. Okay, so now I'm confused because there were so many different things that you were offering.
Mhm.
Is this my webinar jam one?
No, you need Webinar Jam will build off of this, but you need this in order to know how to work Webinar Jam. Webinar Jam uses this free tool to create webinars for you.
Okay.
So this is step one, and then Webinar Jam will come later.
Okay. So we are in a Hangout. We just happen to be on a Hangout that is on Google Plus, so that it's actually on air and recorded.
Right, so there are two different kinds of Hangouts, a regular Hangout, which is not recorded, or a Hangout on Air, which is recorded to your YouTube channel. In this case, it will go to my YouTube channel,
Okay.
okay?
Yeah.
Because I created it, right? So when you create your Hangouts on Air, it'll automatically go to your YouTube channel,
Okay.
however you set that up. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to walk through some of the cool things, okay?
Perfect.
Okay, so hopefully you should be able to, oh, I hate when it does that. Give it a second.
Okay, see, tunnel, tunnel, tunnel. There we go. There's me.
We're better now. Okay, so, oh, I don't know why it does that. Maybe because you're talking. We'll see if that goes away. Hello, come back, come back.
I'm here.
Doing that. Okay, so do you see this left-hand menu bar? Is it still tunneling on you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to stop the screen share again. And now I'm going to try it again and try not to tunnel. I'm going to try the desktop view instead. See if that's a better view. Still tunneling. This is, it often tunnels, okay, and then it goes away usually after about a second. Like I was just doing one with Renee, and it wasn't tunneling forever like this is.
Okay.
Okay, so I can see you real clearly, but every time I do it, it's tunneling. That is going to be so annoying. Okay, I'm going to stop it again. And I don't know where else to try. We're going to try Google Hangouts. We're going to try it one more time. Start the screen share. Don't be a jackass. Tunneling, come back. Come back. Come back. Okay, so while it's tunneling, can you see these menu items over off to the left?
Yeah, they're really small, but yeah.
So now you should be, oh, it keeps making weirdness. Huh. Okay, so the first one is like a chat button. So if you hit that chat button, then off to the right, you're going to see a place where we can chat. Chat in this box. Right? And you should be able to chat, and that allows us to chat back and forth. Let's say we weren't getting sound or something. We wanted to chat. So we can chat back and forth between the two of us. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The screen share button is the green one. You kind of saw that one. I'm going to turn it off again because it's really peeving me off. I've never had it continue to do this before, but I might be having problems because I had problems with Renee a little earlier. So I keep trying to share it and then make it go away. Okay, so the green is the screen share. If I hit the screen share, I'm trying to make it so that you can see it, and it's not really showing very well. This is pretty annoying. So what happens if I... Okay, so do you see up at the top this microphone?
Yes.
What happens if you mute your microphone?
Oh, I only see it on your screen. I don't.
Okay, hover in that general area for your screen. Are you on a computer or an iPad?
iPad. You want me to go to my computer?
Theoretically, it should be the same and work the same, although I've never done this on an iPad before.
Well, I don't see where that is at all.
I see your fingers.
I know. Sorry.
Not a problem.
Um, maybe it's best if we do this. Why don't I turn all this off and answer you back on my computer?
Okay, you
Yeah.
still have the link on Facebook, so try that link on Facebook that I gave you. And in the
Okay.
meantime, I will.
So I'm calling you. I mean, I'm going onto that link on Facebook. Okay, I'll be right there.
Okay, on your computer.
Yep. Be right back. Thanks.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Well, okay, I'll just call you from the other place. Thanks.
Okay.
So it should have ended because I just hung up on you. Are you still
Yeah,
there?
you hit this. I don't know if you have this button, the phone button, where you hang up.
Yeah, 'cause I just did. There. Okay, so let's see.
Yeah, you're gone now. Okay, let's try this screen share without the weirdness. Please, no more weirdness. Okay, now come back. It's not coming back. Do I hear you back? Elizabeth, can you hear me? Elizabeth, can you hear me?
Can you hear us now?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Let me save this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. So I didn't have it actually downloaded on my computer, so he
Okay.
had to rush in and help me. So now, okay, I see. This is way better. Okay, I see everything. I see all the side things. Um, I see the thing at the top we're obviously live. I see myself in the corner, and I see you full screen.
So that works better than doing it on an iPad then, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I won't do it on an iPad.
I guess that's a good thing. Now let's see if this goes away. I still had problems with this while you were gone. So I don't know if that's going to disappear and resolve itself or what. So that's the screen share. I don't know if you could see that. Screen share is what did this.
Yep.
We have other people watching us. That's amazing.
Hilarious.
And then the Q&A, I turned on the Q&A this weekend, when we were doing that live event. So if you want to do Q&A, you can do Q&A. Oh, it's disabled now. It was just working a minute ago. But the Q&A works so that you can answer questions while people are talking. And I think it might be because the screen share is kind of whacking out on me today.
So that's how we were submitting questions on, we used the Q&A. You had turned that on, allowing us to, right, okay.
And if you can read, this feature is disabled.
Yep.
I have to turn it on before I actually start the broadcast. Did I just drop off? Because I see my picture now.
No, you're just...
I'm good?
Yeah.
Okay. Then there's the screen capture camera, the little camera-looking guy right here. And I don't often use that. If people want to promote, like take a picture and then put it on Facebook or something, people often use that. I don't find myself that I use that very often at all. But it's
so what it's basically going to do is it's going to do a screen. It's going to capture the screen.
Right.
So like right now, if somebody captured it, it would be me. But when you're talking or you have a slide up and they capture it, it'll be you.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't use that personally. Then you have the cameraman, and I don't know if you can see cameraman, but I can see cameraman because I'm running it. So if you click on cameraman, does it work for you? Put this thing off to your right, kind of like I did.
I actually don't have one. I just have control room.
Okay. All right. And you might not because you're not running this webinar, but when you run it, then you'll have that cameraman. That's that little blue guy.
Okay, and what is cameraman?
It allows you to like hide audio and video from the broadcast and broadcast a big video so that you can direct people where they're going to see those kind of things. I don't often do that. You can also mute your guests so that you don't hear a lot of background noises. So based on my size, I don't use that very often. Actually, I haven't used it before, but that might be something that you guys want to implement as you have large groups joining your webinars.
Yeah, so right down there you have new guests in my large 3+ podcasts are muted when they join.
Right.
So basically we could be teaching something and then at the end do a Q&A. So everybody will be muted during the quote lecture part. And then we can open it up for Q&A, or we don't open it up at all and just use the Q&A over to the side, which will allow people to post questions.
Right, and when it's muting people, Elizabeth, over here, it's talking about muting the speakers. So you might have like 2 or 3 or 4 speakers. All of the people, do you see how we have 2 viewers down here? This is not you and me. This is 2 additional people out here. So we never hear these additional 2 people. So your viewers watching will not, you don't have to mute those, but your speakers. So if you have guest speakers like you and I are, that's who you're muting. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay. So now
the reason that those 3 viewers, now we have 3,
the
reason that they aren't able to speak is because you didn't invite them to this Hangout.
Right. They're lurking. They found it on the Hangouts On Air, and they decided to stop in and see what we were talking about.
Okay.
Okay? And you'll see that pop up and down, and, for me, that's a great thing. I usually kind of like that. So if you have a real sexy title, a lot of people will check you out and see what's going on, right?
Okay, that's great.
Okay.
Now, these people that you've already added, whoever these well, now two are, you've added them or put them on to your Google Plus contact list. So it's not a complete stranger.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a complete stranger. You know how when you get onto Google Hangouts, you see that list of Hangouts on Air, or you can look at that list of Hangouts on Air. We'll look at that in a minute anyway, and you can kind of see what's out there. Like Abram Gonzalez just did one earlier tonight when I was on the phone with Renee. And so even though we weren't invited to one of his sessions, we could have just watched him.
Got it. Okay.
Okay? And we'll talk about links. Make sure I talk about links if I forget, but we'll talk about links. Because the way you invite a speaker is drastically different than the way you invite an attendee.
And you invited me as a speaker.
Right, and that's why your face and my face are down here.
Okay.
Okay? And the other cool thing is that when we're back to not screen sharing anymore, when I talk, my face will show. When you talk, your face will show, and that automatically happens.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool, right? This control room, I don't tend to use, but you can kind of see it flashing over here. So if I want to mute you, and this only works, I think, for me as the person who started this, so I just muted you. I didn't want you to talk anymore, so I've muted you, and now I can unmute you. I can take off your video. I can put back on your video. So if you want to control it, now again, we're only talking about for the speakers, but you can control it over there with that control room. And that's this kind of red, yellow, green kind of button here.
Okay,
And
so I'm gonna press it on my end and see what happens. You're in a moderated. Okay, so you're right. It gives only the moderator. Okay,
Right.
all right.
And the buttons sometimes change order, okay? So don't get too hooked on it's the fourth button down. Remember what it looks like because it often changes order.
Okay.
Okay, this is my favorite one. I use it all the time, the little red toolbox. So I'm sorry that this is clicking like it is, but this is really cool. So you see how it pulls up this toolbox in the right-hand side?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you click on the first one, the face, and you should be able to do this while I'm doing it.
Oh.
You might have to download the toolbox.
I have to accept it. So hold on.
Accept it.
Opening Hangout toolbar. Oh, look at that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
see
you
the same
little thing.
Yeah, I see the face.
Okay, so click on the face, and you won't have this, but I did. I put my name in here, and I put my business name in here. And I chose my color because you can, I don't know what color you are, right? What's your logo color or whatever. You can be whatever color you want.
Oh, choose logo. Okay. Choose a color. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, yeah, I can.
Yeah, you hit the color, and then you could be red. I don't know what color Beyond the Bedroom is.
Well, we're just changing our...
Okay. But you can make it whatever color you wanted, right? And then if you save here...
What's custom overlay, custom upload mean?
I haven't used that. I think that's if you actually have, like, the Book Kahuna, you can download your a picture, a photo. Otherwise, it just automatically displays what you have on Google Hangouts or on Google. So if you save it, then I should then see, if you typed in your name and put Beyond the Bedroom in there, I should see that right below your face. So hit the save and see if that displays right below your face.
Please enable... Oh, wait. It said something. Hold on.
Okay.
So, save. Please enable either lower third or custom overlay before saving.
Yeah, enable the lower third. Oh, did I tell you? I didn't tell you to turn it on.
Oh, hello.
Off. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you to turn that on. There you go. Now do you see your picture down there? And you see it looks backwards, right? But it's got your name and your logo and your business name.
Yeah.
Okay? So I really like that. because then as people pop in and see you or whatever and they didn't know who you were, then they can find you and go investigate more about you. I kind of like it. To me, it's kind of professional. So I love that. That's my favorite thing.
Oh, that's totally awesome. So, but we set up this hangout between you and me personally.
Right.
And you set one up as a business? Like you set this up Ninja in Heels, but it's because it's your Google. Could I have done like beyondthebedroom@gmail.com versus elizabethwood@gmail.com?
Yes, you could. And you could even have a Beyond the Bedroom Google page, just like you could have a Facebook page. I just haven't found the need for that yet, but you could do that as well. And you probably don't want a picture of your dog showing up, when you start doing Hangouts, but you can change that picture.
All right, I will change that picture. Yeah, I see. This is all new to me. I'll change that picture.
Yeah,
That's our dog that just died.
Yeah, you got to check things out before you know, right?
Yeah.
And then this little thing, that I don't find it very.
So how do I close the toolbox? Oh, we haven't finished it. Okay, so what's next?
That's pretty much all I use the toolbox for. You have a volume control, away mode. Let's say you have to go to the bathroom while you're there.
Okay.
I muted myself. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I did. I figured it out.
Okay. So then you can have the tracker box. I've never used the tracker box, to tell you the truth. You have a
what was smiley face? I didn't get smiley face.
Smiley face didn't work. So
Yeah,
I don't
mine
know what
either.
smiley face does.
Okay. So comment tracker. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never used that, but I think you could put data in there if you wanted to send someone somewhere. And then you have your settings. I've never had to use these yet, so it's not that big a deal to me. But you could play with those as you grow and you learn.
Okay, so what's this weird question thingy?
Weird question thingy. Right there, it gives you your about stuff and what you need to do. It's kind of like your help.
Got it. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. So that was the toolbox. Control room. Okay. Whoops.
Now I'm going to go to Google Effects, and I'm going to have to undo the screen share to go to Google Effects. And I'm not real thrilled with Google Effects, but they're fun if, and I just hit that green arrow, that screen share arrow again is what I did. So now I'm in that kind of gold Google Effects box. You're going to have to download that or whatever, that app again. Okay, and then you can have a princess hat or something. Or, so to me it's not all that awesome.
Well, you now have a crown on your head. What?
I do. I can have a clap. You can do sound effects. Right? So
And that's what? Where is that?
that's that little gold with the wand.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, so turn that on and start playing with that a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
For a business purpose, I've not found great things to do with it, but it does have backgrounds. So now I'm kind of in Venice. But it kind of fades in and out, so I'm not really all that thrilled with it.
Oh, weird.
Here, if you want it.
Okay, that's just weird. I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool if you're like having a birthday party or hanging out with friends and just like having fun. There's a little near the bottom. I'm going to show you this again. I'm going to put you on screen share again. So I can't really see a great use for you doing that from a business perspective, but anyway, here at the bottom is how I got rid of my crown. Remove all effects.
Okay.
So if you do something and you hate it, just remove the effects.
Okay.
Okay, and then when we get to Webinar Jam, we'll go down here to do Webinar Jam, but we're not ready for that period of time yet.
All right.
Okay, so we'll do that in the future.
And
Okay.
so,
Go ahead.
because you started this, only you can start the broadcast.
Right.
Because the moderator starts the broadcast. Okay.
Correct. Okay, and then you've seen that we've had 2 viewers or 4 viewers or 3 viewers or whatever, right?
Yes.
Here is the link, and when you're inviting people to view you, you give them this event page link, and that is also on the Hangout. We'll go to the Hangout page, but these are the links that you give people. Usually it's the event page link, and that's how people that I invite to my Saturday sanctuaries or whatever, that's the link that I embedded into my my Facebook invites or my meetup.com invites or whatever. That's the link I use.
Okay, and how far in advance do you get that?
As soon as you set up the Google Hangout. So
No.
if you set it up now for, I don't know how far in advance, but let's say you set it up now for a month in the future, you get that information now.
Okay, and you'll teach me how to set it up?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Okay. So I just want to show you those other 2 links as well. The event page is the one we normally use. There's a YouTube page link. When people are having trouble, they send you to YouTube or the video embed. I've never really had to use these before, but I've seen others have to use them. So just know that they're there if you're having technical difficulties, but I've never had to use them before myself. But these are only for attendees.
Okay.
Speakers, if you want a speaker, you see this URL up here? That's the one that I copy and pasted for you.
The plus dot, this one that you just highlighted in purple?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you're inviting another speaker, you send them that link.
Okay.
Okay?
And when did you get that?
I have that as soon as I set up the session, so as soon as I start the broadcast. So I don't have that weeks in advance.
You had that probably at, what, 7:59, and you sent it to me at 8 o'clock?
Whenever I started.
So your speakers won't get it until just before coming on. So let's just say, let's just say we had our whole Beyond the Bedroom team. You would send us something, let's say 7:55 for an 8 o'clock start time.
Right, or you could start it as early as you wanted to. Excuse me. Because remember, we talked, and it wasn't until I hit that button to record that anybody could actually see us. So you could have it 30 minutes in advance and have a speaker chat going on.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to share again, even though it's annoying. I'm really sorry. I don't know what's happening, but you're getting what you need anyway. Okay, so then when I want to stop recording, I'm going to hit this stop broadcast at the bottom, and then we'll stop recording, but we'll still be in a speaker chat.
Okay.
Okay? And
Yep.
then it's not until I hit this button up here, the leave the call, that the call disconnects. You and I won't be able to see each other anymore, and that's when it starts sending things to YouTube.
Okay. So there's a difference between the links send to invitees down at the bottom underneath the Hangout On Air.
Right.
Links.
And that's not normally where you'll find it. I'll show you where you'll normally find it.
Okay, and then the, what is it called, a URL?
Yeah, the URL box at the top.
URL box at top is for speakers. Okay, that's easy. Okay. Cool. All right, I have to figure out how to update my photo because Copper doesn't need to be there anymore. Okay.
Okay. So, are you seeing my Google page now?
I'm seeing this. I'm seeing me.
Oh, you're seeing you. So you're not seeing Hangouts on Air. I'm going to have to try and do that one again and make sure that I get the right screen share. So I'm going to share a different screen now. Okay, hopefully this will work better because this will be really sucky.
Yep.
It doesn't work. Okay. Now I just have to go to that page. in the background.
Oh, so so I guess Dan got on.
I was.
Oh, Dan. Okay, so good. He knows how to use that from that end. He's typing a pretty important email, but obviously he heard and got on for a short period of time.
Okay.
Cool.
So you can see my Hangouts on Air thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so normally when you go to your Google page, you're going to be here, and do you see this Hangouts little green kind of quote mark thing?
Uh-huh.
My wife's actually doing a Google Air
Uh-huh.
session.
Oh, I hear your husband in the
Honey,
back.
can you move?
Yeah.
Sweetie, move. We can hear you. Okay.
So I just kind of scrolled down, right? Hangouts on Air, which is normally what you're going to want to do. Those are the recorded ones. If you just wanted to have a speaker chat with your team and not really record it, you would create a Hangout, just a video Hangout. The Hangouts on Air are the ones that you're going to record. So we're going to start one right now. I'm going to show you how to start one. We're not actually going to start one, but we're going to create one for next Saturday. Okay, so it's kind of down here. You just have to be careful about where it is. So I'm going to start one for Saturday Sanctuary. And I don't know what it's going to be on yet. So you can either start it now or you can start it later. So in this case, we're going to start it later, right?
Yeah.
And we're going
After you show me this, you're going to go back and delete it, right?
or I'll just edit it and add
Okay.
the data later.
Okay.
And then I'm going to tell it what time I want it to start. So I start my Saturday sanctuaries at 7 a.m. and I go for an hour.
Okay, so last time you went over an hour. Does
It
that
doesn't
matter?
make you stop. No, it doesn't make you stop. Pretty cool, huh?
Uh-huh.
So, and this is where I invite my attendees. So you don't have to be public. If you know the 12 people you want to invite, you can put the 12 people's names on here.
How come only 12?
There's a limit, but I don't know what the limited number is. But you can always have public, and that's okay. So I'm going to share this now.
But you haven't added anyone. So you would normally, now you're going to add like me and Renee and, how do you decide who you're going to invite?
Not yet. I'm not going to show you that yet.
Okay.
Okay, so can you see here these details?
Yeah.
You can kind of see this weird kind of thing that says start, right? And here's my details. Here's those links again. And see how the event page is right here in blue?
Yep.
That's what I copy and paste to my Facebook invites or my Meetup invites or my email invites or whatever. So that I wanted to show you how you get those links way in advance of when the actual session takes place.
Got it. So what are you all fuzzy off to the left where you have the start? What's all that? Because I saw that earlier.
Right, so that's Saturday Sanctuary, and that's going to be there until I start it. And it's not going to let me start it, but I'll start it anyway because we're already in a video call. But once I start it, it comes up with this. Can you see it? It says I'm already in a video call?
No.
The same thing? Oh, what do you see?
I see say something.
Okay. Okay, so you didn't see it. But once I start it, it will take me then to the screen, and then that's when we can add the speakers, is after we hit that start menu button.
Okay.
And I think what I need to do is some kind of recording, like from Jing or something, and record it when I do that, because it is hard to explain. But I always, always offer to people that you can start your next session, and I'll just be an attendee, and we'll walk through it a time or two before you actually do your first one.
Okay.
Okay. So you asked me a question when I was showing you these things.
So I got on, I didn't know how we were going to start this, so I think I got on to Google. Okay, so what's the Facebook? What's the one that's Facebook? Google Plus?
No, we're on Google Plus right here under Chrome.
Yeah, okay, so what is Google's version of Facebook? Because I saw your page with
Oh
all of
yeah,
this.
Google. Yeah, hold on, let me take you there. So this basically is what you're saying.
Yeah, so I saw a whole bunch of you fuzzy in the hat, and I didn't know if I was supposed to click on those. I didn't know if you set something up for me.
Gotcha.
You know, because I didn't know where to go until, of course, I saw the link on Facebook. So what I got onto Google Plus, and for some reason your page was up versus any one of my other friends. So I saw your everything that you've posted onto Google Plus, you know, for I don't know the last couple days.
hmm
So that's Google Plus. It's
So yes, and when you came up, this thing that we're looking at right now was fuzzy because we hadn't started it yet.
okay, but you prior to 8 o'clock you set that. Okay, I got it.
Right. And see now anybody can push on this. Anybody that has access to my Google Plus, they can click this and they can watch the video just like we could watch Lori's video. Hers isn't live right now, but we could watch Lori's video. And then we know that Dan watched and we know 5 other people watched, so we could check out who was watching us.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Oh look, and he said, and Christopher says hello ladies, and we can respond
Hello,
back.
Christopher. Okay. Very cool.
Okay. So then I'm going back home and I'm going to show the Hangouts again. Okay, so see the Hangouts on Air? We're somewhere in here. So if people are just trying to figure out what to do and they're bored, they can see us right here. And
Okay.
it's probably showing me first because I'm here, right?
Yeah.
You can just peruse through here and see who you want to watch right now, what you want to do. You know, and some people do that. That's how people sometimes find you.
Okay, so are you friends with all these people? I mean, have you already put them on? Are they your Google Plus contacts, or it's just anybody who's running a Google on air right now?
I would have to say it could be just anybody because I don't recognize these.
Like, are you friends with Rev Jeff Kelly, the one that you just scrolled past?
I don't know that I am.
Okay,
So I don't know.
okay.
The answer is I don't know. I haven't tried that. But
Mhm.
nonetheless, you can see a lot of people. Now we're going to go to the video Hangouts, right?
Yep.
You can see the same type of thing. So here's the video Hangouts. And Giant Helena is there also. We could just try and join these Hangouts. Is that your dog too? So this is us, right?
Yeah, that's us.
Okay. So it's shown as a video hangout and also as a hangout on air.
All right.
Okay?
Yep.
So that kind of shows what's going on. If you go to your profile, that's how you would change your picture.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe.
I wasn't planning on going through that, but I think it's up there,
Yeah.
your profile. So you change those. Pages are like if you had a business page. I don't have one, but you guys might want one. Because on the Beyond the Bedroom stuff, you might not want that going to a public YouTube channel.
We have our own.
Right, is it a private YouTube channel?
It's a Beyond the Bedroom. What do
Yeah.
you mean private? It's Beyond the Bedroom.
When you set up YouTube, you can set it up as a public channel that everybody can see or a private channel that not everybody can see.
Oh, it's public right now until we
Oh,
do anything like that subscription.
okay, okay. Okay, so I think those were the things that I wanted to show you to get you started, oh, I want to show you this. Hopefully you can see this.
And then I want they're the two buttons over on the menu, the drop-down menu, for YouTube and then Google Drive. So if you'd explain those to me too before you go.
Okay, I might. Ooh, this is going to suck. It's not showing me what I want to see right now. Let me see. How am I going to do this? I'm going to try this again. Show me, and let's see what you're going to do for me. Hello? Hello? Not working well. Okay. So I did a video of this the other day, and it worked out really well. So if you're looking at your screen, and I don't know if you have this or only I have it because I'm running, but if I have this little bar up here, I can say black and white. You see how that changed my colors?
Yeah. Where's the bar?
It's kind of right under the live, right where the screen. So if
Yeah,
you
I don't have it, so only you have it.
So you'll have to work that a little bit. It's got this focus, enhanced. This is enhanced. We can brighten, which is ugly. We can do a spotlight, warm. I really like smooth because I think it like evens out your skin tone.
Okay.
And then back to original. But black and white is pretty cool. I sometimes like to use the black and white. So that's kind of over there. That's kind of cool. Okay, so tell me what you were talking about now a few seconds ago. The YouTube what?
Yeah, so you just described, Q&A, capture, Google Effects, Hangout Toolbox, Control Room, and then right underneath that is YouTube and then Google Drive. When would I ever use those? I mean,
Okay.
what's that for?
I don't have those.
Oh, you don't?
No, not on mine. So
Your last one ended with Toolbox?
Toolbox and Control Room flipped, but yes.
I wonder what. Well, I'm gonna wonder what happens. Let me see. YouTube Gadget, the app. So it's an app. I wonder why you don't have it.
Maybe I didn't download it, or maybe because I'm the presenter, it doesn't let me have them all.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna. Whoa. Okay, there you go. You're back.
And then Google Docs. Do you know what Google Docs are? Have you used those before?
Yeah. Well, no, the team has, and they send them to me. No, this is Google Drive.
Google Drive should be where you could throw Google Docs on. Oh, has added Google Drive. There you go. Let me see if it's going to load for me. So you could share documents there.
Huh.
Okay, so that's just a normal Google functionality, and you probably loaded it when you loaded a toolbox.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, whoa. This isn't, so on that, my documents, create shared notes or create shared sketchpad. You don't have that?
I don't. I'm going to have somebody else do something and see what happens.
I don't know what it is, but it's there.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, so I don't want to go back there. How do I, okay, so I cross that off. Okay, hey, let me go somewhere else. All right, so now you're back and you're in black and white.
Okay. And
So
that's because I made my...
now I have a picture over here.
You have a picture over
Did
where?
Now I have this little camera in the corner of my
It
picture.
looks like you're on the capture, the blue camera capture thing.
Yeah?
So click on the blue camera capture thing and see if it disappears.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Okay.
So somehow you accidentally did that. Okay, and then if, I don't think you can do this, but if I hover over your picture, so when you're doing this and you're in charge, if I hover over your picture, it lets me hide you from the broadcast. Let's say you're not being appropriate. I can hide you from the broadcast. I can eject you. I can mute you, all by hovering over your picture. There's a little drop-down menu bar.
So that allows you to do that to a speaker.
Right.
Okay. And there's no way like an attendee would necessarily be inappropriate because they're muted.
Correct. The only problem you would have there is if your Q&A were turned on, then they could say anything in that Q&A box.
And everybody sees it?
Yeah. And I haven't tried, because you guys weren't inappropriate, so I haven't tried to delete those things. We can test that, though, and see if you can delete or hide those questions.
Okay, so, but did you have to put that on, the Q&A? You had to put it, is that what I wrote in the notes? Did you
Yeah,
have to enable that before the broadcast?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Right.
so we can't do it. Okay, cool. All right, so oh, here, I do have a couple questions. I wrote some. So what if we have multiple people running different Hangouts for Beyond the Bedroom? It doesn't matter because they're generating it from either so let's just say me, Renee, and Dan. We right now are doing it from my elizabethwood808@gmail.com. Dan's doing it from his, or Renee's doing it from his. If we set up a Beyond the Bedroom, like BTB is our little moniker, whatever, btb@gmail.com, then whoever logs in using that, so let's just say we have a generic password, and if Renee is going to run one on behalf of Beyond the Bedroom, what that picture should be is it should be our logo.
Yep.
And then if Renee's going to do it that week, let's just say we do our own Saturday morning sex salon. One week Dan does it, I do it the next, Renee does it the next. We would use the beyondthebedroom@gmail.com email address. So is it only people who have Gmail addresses who can sign on?
Yes, but like I sign on as lesliepeabody@hotmail.com. That is how I've mapped my Gmail, or my Google is mapped to there. So the answer is yes, but you can map it to whatever you want.
Okay, so they have to, I don't even know what that means, somebody else. So someone who doesn't have a Gmail account, can they get on to a Google Hangout?
That is an interesting question. I've never tried that. The answer would be yes, because they could always go to that YouTube link. You might have to go to the second link and do the YouTube link instead.
And yeah, but okay, so I would send them that YouTube link, but where is this broadcasting off of your YouTube channel right now?
Yes.
So anybody so they could find it on YouTube. And so instead of giving them the link like you gave me in Facebook, but you gave it to me in Facebook, so oh yeah, my Facebook is my Gmail account.
I'm going to try and sign on like my mom and try and go to one of my webinars. I'll try that this weekend. I've never been asked that question before, Elizabeth. I think the answer is yes, because you can, if you hit that link, you will go to that page.
Okay, so I can give that person, the person who doesn't have Gmail, they only have Hotmail, or they only have Yahoo. I send them the link to the YouTube channel, and they get on that way.
Yeah, we should test that. Like, I should sign on as my mom one day.
Okay.
And I'll test that this week. And see what happens.
All right, that's cool. And then, so how do you get friends on your Google Plus?
Oh, pretty simple. Google Plus is, and I'm going to share my screen for a second again. That awful thing. Actually, that's the wrong screen. I need to share the other screen. And this is not the awful screen. Okay. Hold on one second. I just have to get there.
And why didn't you send me a message in Google Plus? You went to Facebook instead.
Because I find that people are better able to chat in Facebook than they are in Google Plus.
Okay.
Okay, so these are the people. Can you see the people in my circles?
Yeah, and I don't know what that means. What
Uh,
does this mean? I mean, is there a way to translate that to Facebook talk?
it's kind of sort of like friends, but not really. Okay, so I'm just going to click on this lady, whoever she is, Eve Matthews, right? And
Yeah.
I'm going to go Jessica Matthews. I'm going to go to her site. And so here's all the friends, and these are people that are in her circles and my circles. So these are friends that we have in common.
Okay.
These are friends that she has that I don't have.
Okay.
If I want to add Pat as a friend, look, I have 2,700 acquaintances. I just add her to my acquaintance, and maybe she adds me back. So it doesn't take long to build up your acquaintance list. You just keep adding people to your acquaintance.
Okay, so I'm an acquaintance. You only have 4 friends on there.
Mm-hmm.
So go back to you.
Go back to me, okay. So we only have 4 friends in common?
Who, me and you?
Yeah, is that what you're saying?
I don't know. What? So where did you get to that acquaintance?
Okay, so you go to the all.
Yeah.
So that's your normal page. Then you can see my friends.
So you only have 4 friends.
Yeah, I only have 4 people that I've qualified as friends.
Okay.
Then I have like 2 people in my family. Not many people in my family. Oh, I have some people misdone as family. Then I have a bazillion people loaded as acquaintances. And I'm going to go back to that other person for a second because you're going to understand more about that when I do this. This is just another person. Okay, so when I add her to my circles, I have to... Okay, so when I look at this Alexandra Zoo, okay, see how this pop-up comes down? I can add this person to my friends or my family or my acquaintances or who I'm following or Empower Network. So I want to know who I'm doing things to. So I'm pretty persnickety about my friends because my friends I would send jokes or something like that. Most of my friends are over on Facebook because I use Google Plus more for business. So almost everybody I add as a business person, an acquaintance. But you
Okay, so what does following mean?
following means that I'm just following them, and so I think I don't send data to them. So following is like Richard Branson and that kind of thing. So they show up on my feed, but I probably don't show up on theirs.
Okay, and then obviously your Empower Network, your financially fit people.
Yeah, I decided this. These are the categories I wanted to create, and you do that by creating a new circle.
Okay, so I don't know. Can you go to me?
Yeah, I think I can go to you.
That's me with a dog. Okay, so why
So
the
this
hell
is
do
what
I?
I see from you.
Okay, so I don't have anything on there. I have 9 followers and 960 views. Who the hell's viewed me?
I don't know, a lot. They like you. Okay, so here's the people in your circles, but you haven't really posted much, have you?
No, because I don't know how to do it.
Okay, not a problem. Photos, you don't have videos yet. Okay, so
So how come I'm under there as financially fit females?
because you went to my video marketing workshop, so I put you in there.
Oh, so that's you did that.
That's me deciding how I want to file you away.
I got it. Okay. Okay, so that's not going to show up on that's not on my screen.
No, that's on my screen. That's how I filed you.
Got it. Okay. I have 9 followers. I don't.
Yeah, and I don't know. You might be able to see your followers, but I can't see your followers.
Okay. All right. So I have all those people so in my circles they must be they must be acquaintances. But they just tell me, so see the third after Renee, between you and Renee?
Yeah.
Okay, that Maya, got on there earlier and they suggested that I add her. She's already why do I have to add her if she's already in my circle?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll have to work this out because that's not the I don't whatever. It's all very this is terribly confusing to me. Okay, so that's how I go and add friends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got all those questions answered. We have not done a webinar yet, so I know that that's something we have to build this first. I mean, build more of this, and then talk about the webinar jam, because Dan was so pissed off. We ordered it that day, and they're still running that special.
They are. See, yeah, I don't know those things, so yeah, I can buy that.
Yeah, he was really mad because, I mean, we weren't ready to start using it. Let me go to the site right now. Yeah, it still has the countdown going on.
Hi, this is Mike from
Oh,
Spain.
stop.
On behalf of my business partner,
Stop. Wait.
Welcome you to Webinar Jam.
Yeah, so it's still on there, which really, really pissed him off because, you know, we bought it and we weren't ready to buy it. Mm-hmm. So anyway, now how do I get back to my Google Hangout? Hold on. Leave page, stay on page. Okay. Now, all right. So it's at the top of the hour. So where's my list for you? Hold on. So how do we set up a next time for the webinar jam?
Okay, I'd suggest that you play with Google Hangouts for a month or at least several times before we set up Webinar Jam, because it builds off of this. So we understand what this gives you, and then we'll add the functionality for Webinar Jam.
Okay, so then
set up later when you're ready.
All right, so we need to go to Google. We need to do more Hangouts.
Mm-hmm.
Play with that. You're going to have a coaching session with Dan because he had to get on his own thing. He has his own questions. He's going to tell you he's pissed off at those Webinar Jam people too.
Well, and that makes sense, yeah.
And then once he and I and Renee are more familiar with Google Hangouts and Google On Air, we'll come back and schedule the sessions for the Webinar Jam. That's when you're going to put us on the Facebook group.
Right.
And then we're going to have a jam session with you.
Right.
Cool. Okay.
Right.
All right, I'm going to put you at the top. Okay, so now how do I go back and find this should I want to listen to it again? I mean, I took pretty good notes.
What I will do is send you the link because it's going to be on my YouTube channel. So I'll send you the link. And wait, that's one thing we didn't talk about. So your YouTube channel will be shut down at some point.
Why?
Everybody who's in business seems to have a problem and their YouTube channel gets shut down at some point. So anything you want to keep that you care if you ever lose, you need to download somewhere where you can keep it forever and ever, amen. If, on the other hand, you're just doing a video and you might want this for a month or whatever and you don't care if YouTube shuts you down and you lose it, then you don't need to store that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So why do I say that? Because everybody who's been in business for a very long time, I've known their YouTube channel eventually gets shut down. If anybody says that your channel matter is inappropriate, you could be shut down. And let's talk about what you do. If somebody stumbles across it, they could say your channel is inappropriate and they could shut you down.
Okay.
You just open a new channel and you download those videos again, and you'd keep gaming the system basically, right? So make it so you don't care. You're just, it's a bump in the road. and you move on and you start your new channel and you got all your critical videos. You have them stored somewhere that you can get to them on a hard drive, whatever. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so this isn't a critical one. Let's just pretend it was. What would you do with this now?
Okay, because I'm recording it, not you, I would take it to Dropbox and send it to you so that you would always have it. And then you'd pull it down off of Dropbox. Dropbox is a way to share videos that are big or big files in a Dropbox. Let's say that this is my video and I want to keep it forever and ever, amen. I would download it to my computer hard drive from YouTube.
From YouTube.
From YouTube.
So it's going to go up to YouTube right now as soon as we shut off. I mean, it's on right now.
Right.
You have to go get it and then download it from YouTube.
Right. Only for those things that you care if you lose.
Okay. Like this one you won't.
Yeah, and I do videos like almost every day. So unless it's a really hot video that gets a lot of feedback, I'm probably not going to store those off because I'm doing videos every single day, and losing my videos won't significantly impact my business.
Yeah, but if you were teaching a class,
I would definitely do it.
Okay.
Or let's say there's a video that really is driving a lot of traffic, I will download that. So every month I look at my YouTube channel and I say, okay, which videos are really getting a lot of traffic and that are getting people to respond to, people are commenting on, people care about, which do I care about because they're getting a lot of response and I've done something really well there.
okay.
Look at that every month. Just make it like part of your monthly maintenance, like house cleaning, and just pull down what you want to pull down because you might think something isn't that good today, but next month it might have gotten 1,000 viewers and you're like, oh, that really was great. I want to keep that forever.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be at the time you record it. It can be whenever you make that decision to keep it.
Okay. Yeah, so we're going to have to watch that pretty closely because of the content that we're going to be putting out there.
Yeah, I just say that just because of your content. I have no idea if that'll ever happen to you, but there's a risk there.
Okay. So I know you're going to have a private session with Dan. That'd be great if his was recorded too, because he's going to come up with different questions. So when we were together at the event at your friend's soon-to-be fabulous salon spa, we recorded those little mini things, those little mini intros.
Right.
So where did you ask us to put those? You asked us to put them on like a YouTube channel or something, or send them to you?
Right. Did you upload those to your YouTube channel yet?
No, because I didn't know how. So
Okay.
Dan will help me
Okay.
do it.
Okay. And I think the problem that you had that night is you didn't know your password and stuff for YouTube that night?
No, because this whole thing is new to me.
Okay.
So we're just beginning to put content out there. But I remember you said that we should send it to you. I don't know how to send it to you. I could send it to you in a,
post it on your Facebook page and link to me.
Okay.
That's enough. That way I can see and, help you with anything you need or just create some interest in what you're doing, that kind of thing.
Okay. All right. Well, it's so funny because I'm next to that really pretty picture, remember?
You are. You are. I love that. Okay, so then once you get your YouTube channel loaded on your smartphone or whatever, you are talking seconds to upload it to YouTube or Facebook or whatever. It is seconds. It really is slick. But
Well, I think that they linked me now. I need to make sure that I'm linked because Renee was helping me with that. Dan was helping me with that. I haven't uploaded it. So I'll do that. I'll send it your way. And then I'll look forward to doing more with you once Dan has his session. Then we play with it. We'll come back to do the webinar jam with you at a later time.
Right, right.
Awesome.
So do you feel like you learned a lot?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. So then I would practice amongst yourself, and if you want me to practice, if I'm online, just send me a ping, and I'll get online and help you. I'm usually online almost every night. And if
I would find you on Facebook, not on Google+.
You'll normally find me on Facebook, yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool, Leslie. This is great. Thank you.
So I'm going to stop the broadcast for a second now.
Okay.